Ladies and gentlemen, this is day number 29, and we only have a couple more days to go before we get into scroll number 2. Today is I begin a new life. I shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. Today I am born anew, and my birthplace is a vineyard where there is fruit for all. Where there's fruit for all. So it's not anything about ego or anything like that. Basically, the fruit is there for everybody who wants it, but you just have to have the inner drive, and you got to get up the gumption to do this 3 times a day. That's what that means. You have to do the scrolls 3 times a day, 7 days a week, and with the 10 scrolls, 305 days. So that's what this challenge is all about. That's why we're getting into this. That's why I always do 3 videos a day, no matter what. And to continue on with this entire thing, today I'll put grapes of wisdom from the tallest and fullest vines in the vineyard, for these were planted by the wisest of my profession, who have come before me, generation upon generation. Today I will savor the taste of grapes. And what I mean by savor is the taste of grapes is to savor the words from the scrolls, to really take it in. And verily I will swallow the seed of success, buried in each, and new life will sprout within me. The career I have chosen is laden with opportunity, yet it is fraught with heartbreak and despair, and the bodies of those who have failed, who gave up, who said, oh, I'll do it, or I'll do this, or I'll do that, or I don't know, I'll do this. Yes, of course, I will do that with you, or with me, or with somebody else, or whatever, and you just don't do it. What a complete waste of time. But the thing is, we forget about those things. There's all kinds of things I know I forgot about, but because I'm doing the greatest salesman in the world, I'm realizing, wait a minute, I forgot about, I wanted to do this, and so these things are coming back up. So this greatest salesman in the world has given me the motivation, has given me the subconscious programming to do the things that I have been putting to the side. I will not fail as the others, for in my hands I know hold the charts, which will guide me through perilous waters with sharks and everything else, which only yesterday seemed but a dream. Failure will no longer be my payment for my struggle. Just as nature made no payment for my provision, made no provision for my body to tolerate pain, neither has it made any provision for my life to suffer failure. Failure, like pain, is alien to my life. In the past I accepted it, as I accepted pain. Now I reject it, and I am prepared for wisdom and principles, which will guide me out of the shadows, excusez-moi, into the sunlight of wealth, position, and happiness, far beyond my most extravagant dreams, until even the golden apples in the garden of Hesperides will seem no more than my just reward. Excuse me, I just had something to eat, and I think I'm still... Time teaches all things to he who lives forever, but I have not the luxury of eternity. Yet within my allotted time, I must practice the art of patience, for nature acts never in haste. To create the olive, king of all trees, 100 years is required. An onion plant is old in 9 weeks. 9 weeks. That's it. I've lived as an onion plant. It has not pleased me. Hallelujah. Are you kidding? Who wants to be an onion plant? Now it's become the greatest of olive trees, and in truth, the greatest of salesmen. Romeo, Julia. That's what it sounds like. The greatest of salesmen. And how will this be accomplished? For I have neither the knowledge nor the experience to achieve greatness, and already I have stumbled in ignorance and fallen into pools of self-pity. The answer is simple. I will commence my journey unencumbered with meaningless experience, neither knowledge nor experience to achieve greatness, and already I have stumbled in ignorance and fallen into pools of self-pity. The answer is simple. I will commence my journey unencumbered with either the weight of unnecessary knowledge or the handicap of meaningless experience. Nature already has supplied me with knowledge and instinct far greater than any beast in the forest, and the value of experience is overrated. usually by old men who nod wisely and speak stupidly because they know everything better. You know, we know people like that, and we probably don't notice when we do that ourselves, but if you think about it, sometimes you might do that sometimes yourself. I know I have. In truth, experience teaches thoroughly, yet her course of instruction devours men's years like a lion. So the value of her lessons diminishes with the time necessary to acquire special wisdom. The end finds it wasted on dead men. Furthermore, experience is comparable to fashion. An action that proves successful today will be unworkable and impractical tomorrow. Only principles endure, and these I now possess. For the laws that will lead me to greatness are contained in the words of these schools. What they will teach me is more to prevent failure than to gain success. For what is success other than a state of mind? Which two, among 1,000 wise men, would define success in the same words? Yet failure is always described in one way. Failure is man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. It doesn't make any difference. For one person, success is to have really great kids and that they grow up great and everything. The next person needs 1,000,000, or needs a new car, or needs a lot of cars, or needs a house, or whatever. Only principles endure, and these I now possess. For the laws that will lead me to greatness are contained in the words of these scrolls. What they will teach me is more to prevent failure than to gain success. For what is success other than a state of mind? Which two, among 1,000 wise men, would define success in the same words. Yet failure is always described in one way. Only in one way. Failure is man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. Whatever they may be. Even if you had goals in the past that you wanted to reach that you forgot about, you say, oh, one day, that would, but I'm too old for that, I can't do that, it's too unrealistic or anything like that. So really, at the end of the day, if you're really, really honest with yourself, you're cheating yourself, because you say you wanted to do that, but you don't do it anymore. So you're just setting yourself up for more of that, because if you do it one time, you're going to find more things just to put off for later, and you'll never do it. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. You walk in the door, you're in there. I just talked about my colleague today who wishes to remain anonymous. He said also with this door, it's very interesting. He analyzes things very good. He's like, when I open the door to failure, then I'm looking in the door and I'm walking into this room of failure. Open the door to failure. It doesn't say like a gate to failure. You're in a room. The room is failure. You are failure then. That is really, from the wording, perfect. Very good. Thus the first law I will obey, which precedes all others, is, I will form good habits and become their slave. Yes! As a child, I was slave to my impulses. Now I am slave to my habits. As all are grown men, I have surrendered my free will to the years of accumulated habits, and the past deeds of my life have already marked out a path which threatens to imprison my future. My actions are ruled by appetite, passion, prejudice, greed, love, fear, environment, habit, and the worst of these tyrants is habit. Therefore, if I must be a slave to habit, let me be a slave to good habits. My bad habits must be destroyed, with new furrows prepared for a good seed that we can plant, so new good things can grow from that. I will form good habits and become their slave. And how will I accomplish this difficult feat? Through these schools it will be done, for each school contains a principle which will drive a bad habit from my life and replace it with one which will bring me closer to success. For it is another of nature's laws that only a habit can replace another habit, or subdue another habit. So in order for these written scrolls, for them to do their chosen task, I must discipline with the first of my new habits, which is as follows. I will read each scroll for 30 days in this prescribed manner before I proceed to the next scroll. Eventually, I will find myself reacting to all situations which confront me as I was commanded in the scrolls to react. And soon these actions and reactions will become easy to perform. For any act with practice becomes easy. Thus a new and good habit is born, for when an act becomes easy through constant repetition, it becomes a pleasure to perform, and if it is a pleasure to perform, it is man's nature to perform it often. When I perform it often, it becomes a habit, and I become its slave, and since it is a good habit, this is my will. Today I begin a new life, and I make a solemn oath to myself that nothing will retard my new life's growth. Nothing. I will lose not a day from these readings, for that day cannot be retrieved, nor can I substitute another for it. I will not break this habit of daily reading from these scrolls, and in truth, the few moments spent each day on these new readings are but a small price to pay for the happiness and success that will be mine all of my life. I mean, this is just nothing. Peanuts, and compared to the rest of your life, setting the pace for the rest of your life. This is really, really amazing. As I read and reread the words in the scrolls to follow, never will I allow the brevity of each scroll, nor the simplicity of its words, to cause me to treat the scroll's message lightly. Thousands of grapes are pressed to fill one jar with wine, and the grape skin and pulp are tossed to the birds. So it is with these grapes of wisdom. From the ages, much has been filtered and tossed to the wind. Only the pure truth lies distilled in the words to come. I will drink as instructed and spill not one drop, and the seed of success I will swallow. Today my old skin has become as dust. I will walk tall among men, and they will know me not, for today I am a new man with a new life. Thank you very much for watching these video series. If you like what you see, give me one of those. I always like those. Those are fantastic. And just a little bit of motivation. I'm a person, I'm a man. Of course I need motivation. Are you kidding? So I hope you're liking it. Hope you're getting something like that. I hope you are a subscriber, that you can really get into this and get as much out of this as I did back then in the 90s. I know at the end of the program I can prove a lot of things that I've done, that I've changed in my life to make it better. I'm in the middle of everything. It's only the first month, but as you will see as the months go on, a lot of changes will happen. I'll let you know. I do a review every 10 days, so I have 2 reviews done already, so the next review is already going to be coming up. I already talked to my colleague who is doing this program as well. Lots of things that are changing and so forth, so we talked about. I'll get a little bit deeper in that next time. And anyway, I'm out of here. I don't want to make this too long. It's too long anyway. My videos are getting longer and longer every time. This is talking too much. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, it's good talking to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.